Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Take a moment to just get centered in your body. Grateful for how your body supports you every day. Notice how Mother Earth is supporting you. Notice how the heavens are filling you. Each and every one of us, a combination of the material and spiritual world, making that connection between earth and heaven for everyone. Notice now the jewel of your heart shining warm and brightly. Notice your connection to the beautiful net of light that flows out in every direction. Feel yourself connected there, sending out joy, peace, love, and healing, all flowing from you and flowing back to you. Beautiful harmony. And notice now how the net wraps around and holds Mother Earth, holding and nurturing and healing. See how the strands of the net flow in all directions through Mother Earth, healing anywhere where there is a need. Holding, healing, and loving every being that calls Mother Earth home. Holding and healing all of the elements. Holding and healing the plant world, the animal kingdom, the elementals, the fungus kingdom, all held, all nurtured. And together we sing, may all the beings in all the worlds be happy. Peace, peace, peace.
Thank you, Janine. Thank you. Before we start the online teaching, Nadia, I'm not very good at any of this, but I'm looking where it says participants, and it says 6 participants, which would be just the 6 of us at the top of the page. So I'm wondering, are we live? Okay. So it's just not telling me if anybody else is here, but whoever's here, I'm glad you're here. Nadia, I can't hear you. You're mute.
You're mute. We, on the online teachings, we live stream on YouTube. So everyone is watching us on YouTube.
Okay, sorry. Thank you. I'm the last one to know any of these things. I just don't. It's great to be here with you now, especially after just having received the last message from the grandmothers, where at last, they tell us that we are making the turn, now into what has been referred to as the Aquarian age, or the golden age, the great age, the enlightened age. We're making the turn now. It's for a long time, it's been off there somewhere, and we had to deal with all this oppositional force that comes up whenever there's a change, a massive change like there is now on our beloved earth. But right now, I want to talk to you a little about how to think about this, because it's not like you go from it's dark, 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 and all of a sudden the lights go on and wow, we're here in the light. It's not like that. It's more like the best analogy I've heard of it. It's like a fan, an electric fan that's in the ceiling and it's turning and it's going, and this is the old way of going and it's going. And finally, the grandmothers, the divine, hits the switch off with that old way of being. And it's stopping, but it doesn't just stop flat like that. It slows down, it goes slower until it finally stops. And then the new movement begins. And we're at that transition point. So it requires of us patience and that gentle observation of, oh, look how I'm feeling, look what's happening, and observing as this change is taking place now. And we are witness to it. And as we just observe and let the work take place, knowing it is, all of that can move through us so easily, because then there's no pushback in us. There's nothing in us that's going, oh, no, 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 no. Oh, that can't be. I can't be happy. Oh, well, the world can't be happy. It's too messed up. It'll never happen. We in that old pattern of that old fan start losing that also. We start loosening up, softening, and allowing all this good to begin to swell and come into us. So I want to talk about that today, about how you think, we've got our panel here, how you think about this movement in time right now, which we are being told it, and they said, believe it. This is real, believe it. And so how are you feeling about that? Does it feel possible? Does it feel real? How are you feeling, basically? So I'd like to throw that open to those of us who are here now on this live stream to talk about how you're feeling at this transition point when that old way is just really stopping and the new way is just getting started. Just open to that whole teaching from the grandmothers. This is real. Believe it. And notice, whoa, how do I feel inside? Is there fear? Is there excitement? Is there anger? What? Just whatever. It's all grist for the mill.
I feel it's real. And because you hear and see so many other people who are doing light work, doing similar things. There's so many initiatives and all wanting to achieve the same thing. So many people wanting peace, wanting this light to spread. So for me, together, of course, with the messages from the grandmothers, but just seeing it everywhere gives me hope and makes me say, yes, it is happening. It is happening because we are all doing it together.
And Nadia, when you get that feeling, how do you feel in your body just now?
Just now, I feel more grounded. And I feel more grounded, and I'm going to be honest, I felt not that grounded today. But coming together and sitting here with you, I was, as you noticed, I was kind of giddy. And just I feel more grounded. I feel more connected because we are, I guess, attuned together. We are aligned together and working, going for the same thing.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
I feel a lot more present in my body. I feel how I feel.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's important because these bodies, these vessels or vehicles are what anchor us here and enable us to live here and do the quote work we're here to do. So good on you. Thank you. Anybody else?
No. Uh, I felt very excited when I got the last messages from you and from the grandmothers about the shift that was really taking place right now. And then went into a really dark place for a few days, which is very unusual for me. I basically just couldn't stop crying for days. And, I did reach out to other members of my grandmother family and my dear close friends who are also on this journey, but not necessarily officially a grandmother. And I don't know, it was just like, what is going on with me? What is happening? And some of my friends sent me a couple of different things that they have been reading about as we go through this process, about that there might be very well this time when I'm getting chills, when you are breaking off. So it's just that your negative patterns are slowing down and coming to a stop. There might be a cleansing that you are going to take on a personal level, as well as representative of the spiritual level, the material world. And that's what's needed, and to allow that to happen. And then another one sent me this beautiful reading about how for the past 20 years, we as the grandmothers have been putting our roots down. If you imagine the tree, it grows down first into the earth, anchoring into the earth. But as it does it, it has to break up all the rocks and soil and clumps. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's helped. It's helped by the other critters that live underground and the fungus, but it's a lot of work. But as it does so, it really changes the soil, softens the soil, makes it more receptive. And then it begins climbing upward, outward into the light. And I feel like that's what we've been doing.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you.
And today I woke up not feeling horrible, which I was so grateful for. I'm like, oh my goodness, if I wake up in that dark place, then I have to go on this video. That could be challenging. But no, I woke up and I texted my friends who've been really praying and supporting me, saying, I feel reborn today. I feel reborn. I feel like a new woman.
And by the way, never worry if that comes up. It's all important because all of us are dealing with this. And I also wanted to piggyback onto what you said, Janine, is some of what you were dealing with, that dark stuff, was yours, but most of it wasn't. Most of it was something that you have a resonance to, that is just coming through from the general cleansing that's going on Earth now. There's so much upheaval and fear and rage that, because we're all connected in the net of light, and each of us is a beacon of light, because we hold it steady, we think about it, we live it, we love it, we're in it all the time. And so we provide a roadway for this stuff to run through and out. So it was not I think only a very small percentage belong to you ever. But just know that we're doing public service, ladies. Whether we like it or not, we are. Thank you. Diane, did you want to speak?
Yes, at first when I read it, I was sort of, oh yeah, whoa, a turning point, a wind at our backs and not blowing us backwards. But then the thinking comes in, and when you read well, you have to step up and be present, and I think, oh well, I thought I already had done that. I already did step up. Do I have to step up more? Do I have to do more? But then I thought, no, it's not a human doing, it's a human being. And what helps me also is to connect with the nature, and that slows me down, and that also helps to take in and absorb and just allow myself, because it's also allowing myself and not be hesitant, but allow myself to be taken in that light and to be supported and to feel that wind in my back. And also I notice that sometimes I have to listen a bit better to people or to situations that easily you sort of judge or fill in for other people, or how can I be that light, or how can I already will do the shopping, or I will already do this, and then I come and they already done the shopping. I thought, oh okay, I should have better asked them, or then I go too quickly into things. So for me it's also an allowing myself, and don't be hesitant about it, because it's because it's been mentioned often before. Now is the time. Now is this. Now is so many bad things are happening. So I have to be open and feel it and listen and open up to it.
And you spoke of the importance of nature, and right now nature is wanting and trying and reaching out to us and filling us, because we're doing this together with Mother Earth, with all the elemental spirits, with the elements of life itself. We're a kind of one of the active principles of that. It can all work through us. And so as much as you can now, just allow yourself to receive. And that way, no, there's no more you have to do. There's no more different way you have to stand up or anything, but just know that it can be difficult. There can be pushback from all this garbage that's rising now, and call on nature. Let the elemental spirits and the power of the earth herself come in and hold you, because that will strengthen you so that you can just be a witness to all this that's going on, and it can work its way, as Janine was saying, it can just work its way through. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. Thank you, Di. Does anybody else have anything you want to add about what you're noticing or experiencing now as we make this turn?
Well, to me, the recent newsletter was a confirmation and a description of what I had experienced at the gathering in France. And it was so powerful. And all the women present, they were giving so much. And we were receiving so much from each other, from nature, from everything around us. It was such a beautiful, empowering experience. And it was really, I felt like we were living beauty power.
Mm, mm, mm. We are.
I had an experience in the body when I was doing some exercises a couple of days ago, physical exercises, a profound experience of feeling supported. And it was being supported in a body, but it was energy, my energy, the feminine energy holding me. And it was a visceral feeling and real to me. I think also what you said, several of you have said, maybe all of you have said about nature. And just being in nature, that is what is just feeding me so deeply right now. I mean, I guess it always does, but there's a particular pleasure and nurturing that I am getting just simply from watching my vegetables grow. And the light, just watching the light on flower petals and leaves. I mean, I call it the garden now. It's not really mine. That's what it feels like. I'm just out there witnessing and doing what I do. It's a profoundly intricate, simple thing that is feeding me deeply. My roots that Janine speaks about. There's a trust that I have to be present and trust that I will know what to do, what to say. I just receive the moment. And show up.
Let's go into that. Let's do that together right now. Let's just think of being together like this, all of us here, all of us on YouTube, all of us together right now. And with us are the grandmothers and all forms of the divine at this moment in time, when there is a great deal of rejoicing going on earth, in spite of all the horrible crud that's coming up from the subterranean depths, all the rages, all the fear, all the meanness, all the jealousies. Oh my goodness, there's just loads of it, but it's just a big pile of crud. And we just experience our hearts linked in light with one another, with the grandmothers, with Mother Earth, her beloved self, with all forms of divinity, all the pillars of all the world's faiths and religions, all of them in oneness with us and with each other. And we just experience our bodies and our psyches and our minds allowing this in, allowing in this, you're home. Come home. Allowing ourselves to be held and to receive even more maybe than we've been able to before, and receiving in just the right way so that there's a blessing going on in all of our cell beds, so that our body is able to really relax and just feel good in its own self. And our minds are able to just record this experience, what it feels like to be together in our hearts like this and held by the one love. Oh. And our memory banks begin to release any old traumas and dramas and just be held in love. And there's healing, just waves upon waves of healing. pouring through you, pouring through me, filling, anchoring, and just piling up in goodness, piling goodness up within every part of you. It's a natural feeling. It's a real return to our nature. We are at one with nature. We are nature herself. And it all begins to feel like home, and even more like home. This is the time to receive. This is just right to receive now. There's no doing that's necessary. There's even no understanding that's necessary. This is so big. All of this reception, this great love is so big. All we can do is admire and just relish it. We don't have to codify it or give it words or find a way to express it. It will be expressed in our every thought, in our every word, and our every deed. And we're coming home, really coming home to who we are, to who we've always been, to who we always will be. And the joy is magnified because we're doing this together. We can see the radiance and the happiness and the ease in one another. We can see each one of us blooming increasingly as the flower that we are and have always been. We see that beauty, power, living right before us. And as we see it, we feel it in our body. I feel it in mine as I look at you. I feel that wonderful familial feeling with you. We are this loving family of light. And it's so rich and so expressive that it's just expressing everywhere and welcoming in everyone who comes, because everyone is welcome to this work. We were all born to be full of light, to be full of love, to be eating, sleeping, breathing love day and night, all the time, allowing everyone else to be as they are too. And so we ask now to be shown how we can love even those who are difficult to love, even those who may be not aware of their own beauty, even those who may be caught in a rage or in a fear or in some other unsavory feeling. They are divine beings, each one. But this world can be very tough. And it's a world of dualism, where there's black and white, up and down, good and bad, all of that. And people get confused. It happens. But we can love them. We can love that core of the divine that's right inside them. And as we do that, it helps free them from what they may have been trapped in. Just like Janine was talking about turning to her dear friends when she was lost and how they helped lift her. We do that every time we allow ourselves to love one of these difficult to love ones. When we get past our judging mind and just allow our heart to say, oh, well, somebody's lost. I can love that lost one. Because so many are lost right now. And so many are acting out and in ways that are really awful and inhumane. But that's because they're lost. And so we affirm the presence of God, the presence of the divine within each one. And as we do that, feel how you feel, allowing yourself to think of, hey, I can even love that one. What the heck? Doesn't cost me anything. I can do that. I know I've been screwed up in the past. I've been lost. and I can love that lost one. Doesn't mean you have to change your behavior towards them. You may want to avoid them, but you can still love them from a distance. So we ask the grandmothers, as we always ask them, grandmothers, think through me, feel through me, see through me, hear through me, and love through me. Yes, and feel that response as soon as you make that request. Feel that response. Oh my. Everyone in all the worlds be happy. Everyone in all the worlds be happy. Everyone in all the worlds be happy. Oh, peace, peace, peace. Feel your body, as always. Your body's got such good radar. Feel your body. And notice how you're feeling. And let's share that briefly with each other. I just feel this rolling reverence and renaissance with all of you and with everyone. It's just rolling waves of goodness. Oh.
Yes, I feel embraced by love and carried by the grandmothers. And it took my memory back to the gathering I was in Switzerland, where we had a water ritual. And now it's overflowing there. The water is coming big time, big time. It's giving back, it's cleansing, it's giving and receiving, and I feel really connected. And the love from there, it risen up to my heart, and I feel embraced again.
Mm. So how do you feel? Everybody.
I feel more free. And the use of the Ho'oponopono with people, with individuals, politicians, I've just noticed how this works for me to relate to the divine that exists within each, even though it's not obvious, and it also, the experience frees me from holding them the way I have been holding them. That is what I'm experiencing, this flowing.
So Phyllis, for those who may be with us and don't know what the Ho'oponopono is, it's that simple Hawaiian prayer. Would you just say that like 3 times?
Yes. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you.
Say
Did
it.
I turn them upside down?
Okay,
Doesn't
do it
matter.
3
Doesn't
times.
matter.
Can you do it 3 times in a row? I want everybody to.
Yes. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you.
Thank you, Phyllis. Thank you. So we haven't heard yet from Nadia or Nicole. If you want to say how you're feeling, it would be fine. If you don't want to, it's okay too.
I feel really full.
You took my words. I
Sorry.
feel really full. We'll
But
share
it's
them.
so full we could share it.
We'll share them. I feel really full and nourished and
I felt amazed. And I could really feel my heart space just grow and go and grow until it could really encompass the whole of the world. And the amazing thing is, as it was encompassing the whole of the world, I could also feel it going right directly to individual beings that my human self might have felt difficulty in extending that great love to. So that was an amazing feeling.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad the grandmothers brought us together to do this today. And, those of us who showed up, we just are guided and that they led us the way they've led us today. It's so, sorry. How did they get so smart? I just don't get it. They're so amazing because we don't ever have a script for this stuff. We just go with it and it's always just magnificent. It's wonderful.
And so fun.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering, does anybody feel like you want to sing a song before we end? Nadia, is there anything lurking in you?
blessed am I, freedom am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am, boom, boom, boom. Blessed am I, freedom am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am, all this we are.
Oh, amen, sister. Thank you. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Okay.
Hmm.
This is we're done for now until we meet again, which we will do always. We have these online teachings the first Sunday of the month, and always we have the Net of Light Global Meditation on the fourth Tuesday of the month. And then in between, we have all kinds of other Zoom calls, etc. So we're here to be connected together always, always. And we're pretty much scattered around the world, so you can connect wherever you are. And if you want to reach out to us, please do. We love that. We welcome you just the way the grandmothers welcomed us. They will welcome you. So until we meet again. Bye-bye.